It was a dark and stormy night, the kind of stormy night that I loved, with thunder and lightning roaring. I was staying up late watching movies. I lived with my dad, but he wasn't home that night because he was working nights. Anyway, after I finished watching the movie Forrest Gump for the 100th time, I decided 2 a.m. was a good time to get some shut-eye. I loved going to sleep during thunderstorms. It was just enjoyable to listen to. But suddenly, I heard the sound of something hitting my window. It wasn't the sound of rain hitting the window, but in such a big storm, I didn't think much of it and put my head back down. A few seconds later, the same noise, something hitting the window again. This time, I made the sound out to be a rock hitting the window. My heart started racing. It couldn't be my dad. He would call if something was wrong. Another rock hit the window. I found myself glued to my bed. I didn't want to look out the window, but whoever was outside surely knew I was up there. I had just turned the TV off. They could have seen the bright glare through the window. I decided that if I ignored it, they would go away. Another rock hit the window and then another. It was getting faster. The rain started to lighten up, and that's when I heard the sound of a truck engine running down in the street and a much louder thump on the window. That was where I drew the line. I got out of my bed, planning to call the cops. I ran down the stairs towards the phone, but as I passed the front door, I saw something through the glass window at the top of the door. It was the face of a person looking through at me. It seemed like they had a smile on their face. I sprinted to the kitchen and called the police. They said there was an officer nearby and they should be there shortly. Whoever was at the door started fiddling with the doorknob and eventually ramming into it, trying to bust it open. I grabbed a knife for protection and yelled that the police were coming before running back upstairs to my room. After about a minute, the ramming at the door stopped, and there were no more rocks hitting my window. I still didn't dare to look out the window, but I remember hearing the sound of the truck driving off. A few minutes later, I heard the sound of a police siren outside, and moments later, the doorbell rang. I explained everything to the officer and described the face as best as I could. Unfortunately, I couldn't provide the officer with any information about the vehicle. If only I had looked out the window. I still regret not taking a quick look. There was never enough info for the police to catch those people. I'm not sure what their intentions were. Did they just want to rob my house? Or were they planning to do something much sinister?